This is Sound in Your Ears, a mix of trivia and clues to help you discover 3 Paul McCartney recordings from his epic post-Beatles career, plus 1 bonus track from the deeper end of his discography. Salesman Saint, a song from Paul's The Boys of Dungeon Lane, is about Paul's parents, Jim and Mary. Most Beatles fans know that Paul wrote Let It Be after he dreamt of his late mother, advising him to do the same. This is another Beatles hit about a mother that was probably at least a little bit of a nod to Paul's mum, or the saint half of the new song. As a midwife and nurse, she helped many mothers in Liverpool deliver their children before she passed away in 1956, when Paul was just 14 years old. This performance comes from his live show at Amoeba Records on June 27, 2007, released in 2019 on the Amoeba Gig album. Jim McCartney made his career in cotton sales, but during World War II he worked days at a factory that made shell cases and as a volunteer fireman at night. This song from 1989's Flowers in the Dirt is based on something Paul often heard Jim say when he met people and shook their hands. Paul has said his dad, like many men in Liverpool, had many odd sayings like this one that didn't make immediate sense. Paul turned this one into a song about fathers and sons. It was also released as a single in the UK in 1990, the B-side of which was the previously unreleased 1972 Wings song, Mama's Little Girl. This song from 1975's Venus and Mars LP is in the style of the sort of dance hall numbers Jim McCartney would have played as a trumpet player and the band leader of Jim Mack's jazz band in the 1920s. The clarinets, violins, viola, cello, bassoon, and trumpet on the recording evoke the big band era of music. Jim was also the piano player at family get-togethers that would generally turn into sing-alongs that Paul has mentioned fondly when remembering his father, who passed away in 1976. Our bonus track was credited as written by James McCartney. Paul recorded it in Nashville in 1974 and released it as a single under the group name The Country Hams. It also appeared as a bonus track on the Wings at the Speed of Sound CD releases and later on the Archive Collection edition of Venus and Mars. One of the musicians who played on it was guitarist Chet Atkins, whose idea it was to put the song on a record for Paul's dad. According to Paul, it was a tune Jim would say he made up at the piano since he'd never learned to read or write music. Like Paul, he learned music by ear. Good luck figuring out this Macca Mini mix and getting some sound in your ears.